How to donate blood to the Red Cross. Find a blood drive. One way to donate blood to the Red Cross is to find a blood drive near you. There are several ways to find blood drives. Look around your community for signs advertising blood drives. Many organizations, community events, churches, and schools hold blood drives throughout the year on similar dates. Mark your calendar for these events so you can donate there. You can also visit the Red Cross's website to search for blood drives in your area. Most blood drives welcome walk-in donors. Make an appointment to give blood. Through the Red Cross's website, you can make an appointment to give blood at a local drive. When you make an appointment online to give blood, you will need to provide your zip code and then choose on which date you would like to give blood. When you choose a particular blood drive, you will choose a time. In addition to giving blood, you can also donate platelets, double red blood cells, and plasma. Contact your local Red Cross chapter. Every state has a state Red Cross, and some states have regional Red Cross chapters. You can find information about each state or region chapter on the Red Cross website. You can also look up the address or phone number and call or visit. These local chapters can provide information about community blood drives and other Red Cross-sponsored events. Call the Red Cross. If you are unsure where to donate blood, or you have questions about anything, you can call the Red Cross. They can help answer questions, provide information, and check availability for you. The number for the Red Cross is 1-800 Red Cross. Host a community blood drive. Another way you can donate blood to the Red Cross is to host a blood drive. This can be through your place of employment, a community center, or a local organization. If you decide to host a blood drive, a representative from the Red Cross will work with you to help you. You provide the location when you host a blood drive. You also find donors, schedule appointments, and advertise the blood drive around your community. You can register to host a blood drive on the Red Cross website. Knowing what to expect when you donate blood. Set aside at least an hour. The process of giving blood takes around an hour, although the act of donating only takes around 10 minutes. You will have to go through registration, a physical, and a short recovery time when you give blood. At busier blood drives, you may have to wait longer than an hour. Make sure to wear short sleeves or a shirt with a sleeve that can easily be pushed above the elbow. Be prepared for the registration process. When you arrive at donation site, you will have to register. This means you will fill out a form where you provide basic information about yourself. Make sure to bring your ID. This can be your donor card, your driver's license, or 2 alternate forms of ID. One form of ID must have a photo. If you do not have a photo ID, bring 2 other forms of ID. These IDs must have your name on them. The 2 forms of ID can be a credit or debit card, checkbook with name and address, social security card, pay stub, fishing license, library card, or any other card that has your name. Go through the physical. Before you give blood, you will be given a physical. This physical includes a session of private, confidential questions. The questions cover your health and your travel history. In addition to questions, someone will take your temperature and pulse, and check your hemoglobin and blood pressure. Some of the personal questions to expect include the use of 4 drugs, piercings and tattoos, and history of sexually transmitted diseases. They will also ask if you have taken any payment for sex. If you are a male, they will ask if you have had sex with another male. Regardless of gender, they will ask if you have had sex with someone who fits into any of those categories. Health and behavioral related questions help screen for potential problems that may preclude one from donating. It is important to be honest, but they will also test your blood to ensure no incorrect information is given. If you are completely honest, it can save time and money in not processing blood that will not be able to be used. Give blood. When you give blood, you will sit in a chair. One of the blood drive staff will cleanse your arm before she inserts a new, sterile needle into your arm. You will sit in the chair while the bag fills. When you have donated the appropriate amount of blood, the staff member will remove the needle and bandage the wound. Donating blood takes 8 to 10 minutes. When you donate blood, you will give around a pint of blood. Recover with refreshments. After you give blood, you will be given refreshments like juice and cookies. This allows you a few minutes to rest while your body recovers from losing a pint of blood. You stay for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then you leave the blood drive. Make sure you eat the snacks provided and rehydrate with the recommended fluids. This can help avoid dizziness or fainting later. Understanding the eligibility requirements. Read the eligibility requirements. The Red Cross outlines eligibility requirements for giving blood. These eligibility requirements cover illness, travel, tattoos, medications, age, and weight. Visit their website to read the requirements carefully to know if you can give blood. To donate double red cells, you have to be at least 5 feet 1 inch and 130 pounds if you are male, and 5 feet 5 inches and 150 pounds if you are female. The Red Cross's website gives a detailed list of eligibility requirements. Check the Red Cross's website, contact your local Red Cross chapter, or call the Red Cross to discuss your eligibility. Know the age and weight requirements. In most states, you have to be at least 17 years old to donate blood. If you are 16, you can give blood, like at a school blood drive, with parental consent. To give blood, you must weigh at least 110 pounds. The weight requirement changes depending on your height and age. All donors under 18 must meet height and weight requirements. If you are male and 4 feet 10 inches, you have to weigh at least 118 pounds. If you are male and 4 feet 11 inches, you have to weigh 114 pounds. Female donors who are under 18 have to meet height and weight requirements. If you are under 18, you have to be 5 feet 6 inches and 110 pounds to give blood. With each inch shorter than 5 feet 6 inches, the weight requirement increases by 4 to 5 pounds. For example, if you are 5 feet 1 inch, you have to weigh 133, and if you are 4 feet 10 inches, you have to weigh 146 pounds. Consider your sexual history. Sexual history affects your eligibility. If you have tested positive for HIV, exchanged sex for money or drugs, you cannot give blood. If you have had sex with someone who has done any of these things, you have to wait a year. The requirements for men who have had sex with men have recently changed. If you are a man who has had sex with another man during the past year, you will have to wait 12 months before you give blood. If you are a female who has had sex with a man who had sex with a man in the last year, you have to wait 12 months to give blood. If you have been treated for syphilis or gonorrhea, you have to wait at least a year to donate blood. Think about your drug history. If you have ever used any intravenous drugs not prescribed by a doctor, you cannot give blood. Know your travel history. Depending on where you have traveled, you may need to wait to give blood. Traveling to Mexico, Central or South America, or the Caribbean requires you to wait 28 days to give blood. If you have traveled outside of the US and Canada in the last 3 years, you will be required to give a travel history. You must wait 3 years after malaria treatments, 12 months after returning from malaria risk countries, and 3 years after living more than 5 years in a malaria risk country to give blood. If you have spent extended periods of time in countries with mad cow disease, you cannot donate. Be in generally good health to give blood. To give blood, you need to feel well. If you have a cold or the flu, you cannot give blood and will have to wait. If you are taking antibiotics for any illness, you have to wait until after the treatment is complete. If you have a blood condition where your blood doesn't clot or are taking blood thinners, you shouldn't donate blood. If you have high blood pressure, you can give blood as long as it is below 180/100. If you have had leukemia or a cancer of the blood, you are not eligible to donate. Being a successful donor. Make sure you are in good health. Blood donors should overall be healthy and feeling well. This means that you are not sick, running a fever, have an infection, or other illness. You should be able to perform normal activities. You may be eligible to give blood if you have certain chronic conditions, like diabetes, if you are treating it and it is manageable. If you are unsure about your condition, contact the Red Cross or your doctor. Know how often you can give blood. You can give blood multiple times a year. However, each donor must wait 56 days between each blood donation. Eat iron-rich foods before giving blood. To make sure you have enough iron in your body, eat foods that contain a lot of iron before and after you give blood. These foods include red meat, fish, poultry, spinach, cereals fortified with iron, and beans. Don't eat fatty foods before you donate blood. This includes hamburgers, fried foods, French fries, or ice cream. These foods can negatively affect your blood and cause you to not be able to donate. Hydrate before donating. Before you donate blood, make sure to hydrate yourself. Drink 8 8-ounce glasses of water or other non-alcoholic fluids the days leading up to your donation. On the day you give blood, make sure to drink an additional 16 ounces of water or fluids. Come back if you are declined. Sometimes, potential blood donors are declined. Many factors may influence this. If you are declined for a reason that is not related to an unchanging lifestyle or medical situation, then go back to try to give blood again. Many people are turned away up to 3 times before they can give blood.